Okay. Thank you guys so much for coming on tonight. I really appreciate it. I'm glad that we've got a couple new faces, and like Emma, I haven't seen Emma for a while, so it's so good to see you guys. And I'm just really excited for what's ahead for our team and for this year. I know that the new year is always a really exciting time for everybody. And I feel like it's a great time of self-reflection. And that's something that I've been doing a lot. And I shared that with some of you guys this morning, just kind of what's been on my heart and just stirring to dream bigger, even bigger, and to take the cap off of any limitations, that I've put on myself, and just let God do way beyond what I thought possible. But for those of you, I think everybody here knows me, but I'm Leah Pearson, and I'm a senior Ruby ambassador with Plexus, which just means that I've really spent the last year and a half is about how long I've been doing this, casting vision, encouraging people, loving on people, giving hope to people. That's something that I love to do, is give hope to people. And I have gathered the most wonderful team in the entire world. And I love all of you guys that are on my team. I think you guys are incredible. This is not anything that I ever honestly thought that I would do or that I was capable of doing, but because of a lot of different factors, there's Desiree, which we'll talk about a little bit here. This has been the most rewarding almost 2 years of my life. I have loved every minute of this, and it's been worth all of the effort. So you're on this call because something has piqued your interest in regards to dreaming bigger or wanting more for your family, or curiosity in regards to what's possible for your family for 2022. And I know that we all have very unique goals and vision for life. We have different purposes, different gifting, different abilities, and different personalities. We're all different. But what I love about Plexus and about what we do here is that no matter who you are, you can be successful at this. If you're introverted, extroverted, if you know a lot of people, or you don't know anybody, it does not matter. What we do is very, very simple. And there's some basic skills that you need to learn and master, just like anything you do. So if you start a new job, there's always, that on the job training, there's things that you have that learning curve with, right? So if you become a new mom, you have to figure out how to take care of that baby. I had no idea what I was doing when I was a first-time mom, and it can be scary and it can be stretching, but then all of a sudden you get to your third kid and you're like, you don't even take a diaper with you when you're out and about, because you're just like, it's fine. We're going to survive here. It becomes easier along the way. For anything, there's basic skills that you have to learn. But if you're open to learning new skills, if you're coachable, and if you're willing to grow, you can do this without a doubt. And this can be way beyond you ever thought possible for your family. If you commit to the process, you will be successful. And the only way that you can fail with this is if you quit. But why would you want to do this business? First of all, like I said, I believe each person has a unique ability and a unique group of people that you're called to impact into your lifetime. We are all wired to make a difference in this world. And Plexus is not my purpose on this earth specifically, but it is a vehicle for fulfilling my higher purpose. And it's given me a platform to bring hope to a world that really desperately needs hope right now, you guys. Like, we have hope to give. And it's given me an atmosphere to be able to grow and blossom into all that I was created to be. And the same is true for you, that this could be the same thing for you. Let me challenge you with this question. And this is the magic question. If time and money were no issue, how would you and your family spend your days? This is hard for a lot of us to even go there with our dreaming. And I'd love to share just a blip of my heart with you on that, because when I started this business, we were barely scraping by financially. I had several people that were sharing online or work from home business opportunities with me over the years, and it honestly never caught my attention. I was a stay-at-home mom, and I value investing time in our kids. That's something that is really important for me. So when these people came to me with this online business opportunity, and they're like, you're going to love the community, or we have so much fun together, you should join us, or you could just get your products paid for and that'd be great, or would a couple extra $100 a month make a difference for you? Those were all things that different people had said to me, and they were all very well intentioned. And there's nothing wrong with any of those things, but none of that caught my attention because honestly, it was not worth it to me to have this side hustle where I'm staring at my phone for a fun community of people that I could hang out with because I had friends and I had community and I didn't want to be glued to my phone for $200 a month. So I'm not sure if any of you can relate to those thoughts. And I know that there's a lot of people that have been, like the at-home business stuff, it's prevalent. There's a lot of different opportunities out there. Maybe your vision in life is a little bit different than mine. Maybe you're a working mom that, you're thinking to yourself, I don't really want to do this side hustle thing when I get home and I have like a 3-hour span that I see my babies, or 2-hour span, whatever it is, and they go to bed and that's it. I don't want to be glued to my side hustle during that time. Okay. Everybody's life is different. But what caught my attention with this opportunity was when my friend Jamie shared about something that was so much bigger than a couple $100s a month or a fun group of friends. She sent me an income graphic after we had chatted for a while and shared with me that she'd been making over 6 figures a year since her first year into this company. And I knew that she was a stay-at-home mom, and I knew that she valued time with her family, and I saw her day-to-day life. And so the fact that she was a stay-at-home mom, bringing home over $100,000 a year, that got my wheels spinning. And that's what piqued my interest. So what would life look like for you if your family could bring home $100,000 a year from your phone? That's what I started thinking. As a stay-at-home mom, that's a lot of money. And money, honestly, has never really interested me before. I'm not money centric. I've never thought about like being wealthy. That wasn't a goal of mine. I was planning on being a stay-at-home mom for the rest of my life. When I was in my actual profession, I didn't think I was going to make over 30,000 a year in this area, and I was okay with that, But she shared the flexibility of being able to work from home, 15-minute increments. She said 10 hours a week. That's a great start. That's a great starting point for working this business. You can do that. And she said, if time and money were no issue, what would your days look like? That's what she said to me. And that's what hit me. It's not just about the money. It's the fact that there's freedom that this could bring to fulfill my calling, to walk out my purpose, and to spend my days doing what I really want to do. And not just me, but my husband as well. Many of us do not even think about our purposes or what we could do with our time if we did have more time freedom, because honestly, I think a lot of people think that it's just not possible. Like, I'm going to be on the 9-to-5 grind the rest of my life, and we're going to be getting by. Maybe we'll be able to save up for our kids' weddings and, put a college fund together, and we're doing pretty good at that point. But I really leaned in and I started dreaming about my husband being home more, because when we first got married, he was gone 6 days a week and my kids didn't know him. I never saw him. I thought about having vehicles that we're not going to have to take into the shop and repair all the time. I can't tell you how many times when we had just little itty bitty kids, we had 3 kids back to back. So they were all in car seats, and my husband's car would break down and we would have to load all the kids in the car seats to go pick him up because his car broke down again. So having money to buy a reliable car, that is life-changing, and that's real. I thought about how my husband quit his corporate job to serve our community and to do ministry. But then when we did that, I found him working like 4 extra side jobs just to be able to make ends meet. And that's where all of our time went. We weren't actually serving our community. So this could free up time to do what we want to do, to invest in our community, to invest in our kids, to do those kinds of things. So that's just a couple examples for you. But what are you wanting to do? Like, if you had that time freedom and financial freedom, what would that look like for you? So often you cannot have both of those things. You cannot have the time freedom, or you can have the time freedom, but maybe not enough money, or you're financially secure, but you never see your husband because he's working all the time, or whatever the case may be. This opportunity at your fingertips is so much bigger than what you could imagine. And I don't know if you realize it, but this is a big deal, you guys. So I want to encourage you to think bigger. There is a lot more to this. There's a lot past what you're thinking even right now. My business mentor brings home $25,000 a month base pay. That's what I was planning on making per year as a professional. You guys, like, seriously. Okay. So I want to encourage you to think bigger. So What does this look like? What is it going to take? It does not take an outgoing personality, a million Facebook friends, or selling anything or feeling super salesy. It does not take those things. First and foremost, you need zero experience to start this. Okay. Our team is very unique because we literally have some of the top people in all of Plexus and all of network marketing that are on our team. And they have set up systems and a way that is literally like they paved the way for you to be successful. They know what it takes. They know what kind of activity you need to do. They provide trainings every single week that we can sit under, and who you surround yourself with matters. So from an industry as a whole, we have some of the best of the best, but then Plexus as well, our specific team and the people that train us are literally the top of all of the company. Every single week, they are top performers, and that's who we get to learn from. Okay. So this is literally a learn as you earn opportunity. You're going to be trained and mentored by some of the best in the industry. And that's why our team is the fastest growing team in all of the world, not just the United States, Plexus worldwide. Not all opportunities are created equal, and not all teams are created equal, you guys. This is a very unique opportunity. I'm pretty sure everybody that's on this call is on our team. You're a current ambassador or VIP customer. You are part of the best team in all of Plexus worldwide. Like, what an honor, you guys. Number two, you do not need to know a lot of people. When my business mentor started her business, she had under 100 Facebook friends. I'm not super outgoing naturally. I am very, very introverted. Rachel and I joke about that all the time, that we just want to go hide in the woods. Like, I'm just not super outgoing, you guys. But I didn't feel like I had a really big circle of friends either, but we have this term in Plexus called the power of three. And I really want you to remember this and grasp onto this, because if you can get 3 people started, if you can get 3 people order products with you, or if they want to do the business too, great. But then if you can teach them how to get 3 friends and teach them how to get 3 friends, you are going to grow faster than what you ever thought possible. You don't have to know a whole bunch of people. You just need to get 3 friends started, and your business will take care of itself. You will grow if you can get 3 friends and help them get 3 friends. Okay. So everyone has 3 people. When you get 3 people, you are the first rank of the company. Congratulations. You get to be the first rank of the company, and it doesn't have to start there, or it doesn't have to stop there. So for me, it was my mom, my sister-in-law, and my pastor's wife. Those were my first 3 people. So if you don't have 3 people with you yet, just start thinking about, like, who would I love to have do this with me? And talk to the person that invited you to this Zoom, and they can help you move forward from there. So our compensation plan is set up very unique, you guys, so that there's not just one person at the top making a whole pile of money. Plexus actually incentivizes you to empower and serve the people on your team, which I think is awesome. So if they're successful, you're successful. I love how this business model really just promotes serving and empowering people on your team. So wanted to throw that in there too. Number 3, how much time does this take? These are just kind of some highlights of common questions that people ask me. I alluded to this a little bit previously when I was talking about how Jamie told me, 10 hours a week is a really good start. Whatever you want to put into it, you can. So if you have 30 minutes a day, that's great, you guys. If you have 5 hours a day, great. I make full-time income. I make way more than I did at my professional job with a 4-year degree. And I'm super thankful for that. Glory to be to God, because I never thought I was going to make anything, like I said, but I'm working probably around 4 to 6 hours a day, and I'm making full-time income. So wherever you're at, maybe you're even working a full-time job, whatever your schedule looks like, this is possible. We can help you determine what your day is going to look like. So my friend Shelly, she just hit the rank called Emerald, and that is the 6-figure mark with Plexus. And she has been working her business around a very stressful full-time job that has lots of hours. And she has a set of twins that keep her very busy. But she is now retiring herself from that job because she worked her Plexus business on her lunch breaks when she could, in the evenings after the kids went to bed. She was very deliberate with her time, but she worked up to that point of Emerald, and now she is going to retire herself so that she can be home with her babies full time, which has been her dream since she started. And that's why she was doing this Plexus business. So even if you're working full time, this is possible for you. My friend Amber has a hobby farm and she's got over 40 cows. She homeschools her kids and she works this business too. And one thing that she does is she wakes up at like 4 a.m. and she gets almost all of her work done for the day before the kids are even out of bed. And then she is with them all day long, doing mom life, doing farm life, doing homeschool. So it doesn't take great amounts of time, you guys. If you are intentional with your time, you can bring in full-time income in short periods of time. Even if you have 15 minutes here and there, that can go a long way. You get to choose your schedule. That's the powerful thing, is you get to pick how much time do you want to work. Talk to the person that invited you to this event and tell them how much time is doable for you. And we can help get you a roadmap to your goals and what your goals are. Okay. I also wanted to touch on when we get paid or how we get paid in the business structure. So one thing that I get asked a lot, you don't have to carry any inventory and there's no large upfront costs. So that's what I love. It's not $1,000 upfront. You have to buy a whole pile of stuff. You literally just purchase your triplex and then you are qualified to earn money. You don't have to handle or ship any inventory. It's all virtual. There's no parties, no sales quotas. You can go at whatever pace you want. You don't have to meet certain requirements. And there's no requirements for the structure of the business either. There's a lot of really sketchy MLMs out there that force you to balance legs and do this and do that. And you can build how you want with Plexus, and it is very ambassador friendly. The Plexus compensation plan, it's all very flexible. And the Plexus compensation plan is the plan where people literally laughed at it when it came out because it's so ambassador focused and they're so generous. So we get paid weekly and monthly. And then on top of that, I don't know if you guys have seen some of the announcements, but like I announced Marley a couple of weeks ago, she earned a free trip to Florida, a 4-day stay in a super fancy hotel for our leaders retreat. That is such a big deal, you guys. Congratulations, Marley. Yay. That's so awesome. But seriously, like, what mom doesn't want to go to Florida right now, you guys? Like, you're stuck home with your kids. Does anybody else need a break? I'm super excited that I'm going to. But this is huge because what that is a part of is it's called our Success Sprints program. And this is something that just rolled out last year. And all it is Plexus gave us extra incentives to push in 90-day increments. If you have a really big goal, you need to break it down into smaller steps, right? So that's what Plexus did. Rather than having ambassadors start the new year and be like, all right, I'm going to reach these goals, X, Y, and Z, these big goals by the end of December. They broke it down into quarters. And so you sprint through the quarter and they have extra incentives for you to grow your business. So as long as you are growing your business and doing the things that you would be doing anyway, you get these additional incentives. And Marley got that free trip. There's a lot of really awesome, I was going to pull that up, awesome incentives for this quarter. So it's different every quarter. And just to give you an idea of the generosity, this quarter, and this started now. So if you are at all interested in this, it's time to like run because January is a really big month for this. You can earn a virtual fitness package, 125 cash, 500 cash, $1,000 travel voucher, a black tie gala where you get to like wear a ball gown and are wined and dined. And then the top prize is $2,500 cash. And that is on top of your monthly paychecks. Like that is a really big deal. So the top prize is the $2,500 cash. Now I have not, I think I got the top prize once out of the 4 quarters last year. I've not even been at that top level yet. I probably on average, like I told the ladies this morning, have brought in at least an extra $2,000 per quarter just with these extra incentives. And that's a really big deal. I don't say that to brag at all. I just say it to say, like, this is so generous, you guys. Like you can make house payment, car payment, pay off your student loans. You know, we've got a huge car fix that we need to do this week. And that is going to be covered with my stuff from last quarter. So yay, it worked out. But that is a really big deal every quarter to have that. And what else was I going to say? There's a lot of really big things that are coming this year. This is a really incredible time to join this company. I love Plexus because they literally talk about being a legacy company. So there's a really big difference between the companies that are just starting out and they might explode and they might look really exciting because they're the new flashy thing. But Plexus has been around and has been in the top 5 for multi-level marketing, network marketing companies for years, and they're planning to stay. They do things right with integrity, and they treat their ambassadors really well, and they are setting things up so that this is going to be a company that is literally a legacy company that is going to be around that you can pass on to your kids. And I find great security in that because I do not want to invest a whole bunch of my life in something that is going to just be here today, gone tomorrow. Like that's a really big deal to me that I can set up a future for my kids. This is a real company and a real opportunity. Okay. So what else did I want to say? I think that's pretty much it. If there's anybody that has any questions, let me know. But if you have not shared it all yet, please talk to the person that invited you and they can tell you some information as far as what bonuses are available and what that looks like. But you can earn over $1,000 in your first month. And that's a really big deal too, to have a comma in your paycheck your first month. Like that's life-changing. So, does anybody have any questions off the top of their head or anything else, leaders, that you want me to touch on by chance? Anybody? Grace is dying to ask a question. I can see it.
I just saw Canada had a heart on hers. I don't know if she was trying to say something or if she's just saying she loved it.
Either way is good. Did you have a question, Canada?
No, I just thought it was very good. I thought you did a very good job of explaining everything.
Thank you so much.
So I was
Leah.
sending
Thank
you
you
a
so
heart.
much. Yes. You're the best.
You guys are so sweet. You guys are awesome. Well, I'll encourage you guys to reflect on these questions. What kind of financial goals do you have for this year in general? What does that look like for you guys? If you could double your income by this time next year, would it be worthwhile for you to put in a couple hours of work per day?
Mm-hmm.
If you could be making $100,000, $200,000, $400,000 a year within 5 years, would it be worth it to you to do some uncomfortable things and to try something new and to step out? Have you ever thought of yourself as a $500,000 earner? Because I never did. But God is really challenging that, you guys. That's where I'm going. I know there's several of you on here that believe that that's where you're going to, and I believe that you are too. But that's life-changing, you guys. I don't want $500,000 a year for just me or for my family. I've got reasons for it, and ministries we're going to bless, and water wells we're going to drill in third world countries, you know. So really dig into what would you do with that extra money if you could double your income next year or whatever. And how do you like to spend your free time? I've talked to several moms this week and they have laughed in my face at that. And I'm still struggling with that too, you guys. I don't know if I said this, I homeschool full time. So I do Plexus and I homeschool, and it's just like, I don't even get to go to the bathroom by myself. They're always here, you guys. But seriously, like, what would you do if you did have some free time? If you could hire a babysitter and just go do what you wanted to do? Or if your husband was home and not working 80 hours a week in that stinking plant, Rachel, what are you guys going to do? Right? Like, I really encourage you to think about it because it's possible. So it just takes you being willing to step out and try something new. So I'm going to stop blabbing. I think you guys are awesome. I'm going to stop the recording.